Hello, the internet. It is Saturday, the 13th of March, 2021, and welcome back to the live stream. Today, we are going to do what we've already done today. What am I talking about? Well, we did a stream on DLive at 5 a.m. Hey, by the way, I got no background audio. Oh, you know why that is? We lost background audio because this is a new MacBook Pro or a new logic board within my MacBook Pro. And so the previous install was pointing to a location which no longer exists. So I could fix that momentarily, which I want to do. I want this stream to be sounding cool. So I'm going to do that just as a second here. Let me just find this correct audio source here. And I'll try to do this and talk to you. I can do that here. I can do this here. Let's try that. Okay. We've got an underlay audio track there. Okay. It's a little rough. Maybe it's a little too low in the mix. I can adjust that another time, but it's there. Here we are. Welcome to the stream. On the DLive stream, a few hours earlier, we talked about the Elon Musk video I've made on YouTube and how we can best get this into the sight pattern? No, into the eyes of Mr. Elon Musk. What can I do to get him to see this video? And the obvious answer is to make a tweet, right? So we were talking about how exactly I should word this tweet to Elon Musk. And that's what I want to do here on this stream. I want to look at the tweet or look at the wording. I want to look at the situation, the video, and the tech and the wording of the tweet that we made, and we'll decide whether we've come up with the right idea or not. First of all, I want to address the chit chat. I'm up there first. Hello, the internet. And then Jordan Pike. Hello, Jordan. How you doing, man? Welcome back to YouTube. Where you been, man? What's going on? Nice to see you, dude. Let's put the chat up on the screen. Oh, it's just myself, Jordan, and Hendrik. How you going, Hendrik? Guten Morgen, Herr Kopsch. Guten Morgen, das Internets. How are you, Hendrik? Have you been asleep yet, man? I don't think you have you? By the way, let's crank this underlay audio up a little. It's a bit better. A bit more of a suitable depth to the volume. Jordan, if you are here watching, what's going on with your travel vlog series? I want to see the van you've got. I want to see #van life. I want to see what you're doing, dude. What are you doing? Where have you been, man? You're the most detailed vlogger, but yet when you do vlog, you give us all of the goods and then you just go, I'm done for a while, I'm not touching it, and then you don't hear from you for like, well, it's been over a year now, right? And then when you come back, you're like, oh yeah, I still got those Peru videos to go through. And then you make super detailed videos from your Peru travels. Happened 1,200,000 light years ago, but you still put those videos up. I love it, man. I want to see more of what you were doing, and I want to see the van. You bought the van, man. You bought the van. Anyway, that's my selfishness. I want to see more of Jordan Pike on YouTube. But let us take. And by the way, Hendrik, thanks for being here, man. It's just you and me, man. I don't think Jordan's still here. So thank you for being here, Hendrik. Schlaf, wer braucht den Schlaf? You haven't been to sleep yet? Nein, nee. And you're gonna try to teach me German, aren't you, Hendrik? That's what you're doing there. You're trying to instill the German in me. Hey, by the way, that stream this morning on DLive, that was fun. That was fun. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't been asleep yet. I had a look at the ocean. I was gonna go for a wave. Tide is still too high. Ironically, the moment we finish this stream in about an hour, tide should be perfect. But then the nor'easterly kicks in. So I'm going to go for a wave anyway. I've got to get into the water. It's a little warm here, a little sticky. Got the AC on, blowing in my face. Although it's not really angled correctly. It's kind of difficult to get that angel correct. But either way, let us do what we did on the DLive. Let's go and have a look at that video I made. Then let's look at the tech. Then let's have a look at the tweet that we've already decided. And if we're going to fine tune that tweet, maybe we will fine tune it. If not, we'll go ahead and actually make the tweet. So if we go over to YouTube over here, I'm trying to catch up, but I'm like 1 minute behind. Jordan, hey man, press the little I'll show you, man. You know how to do a live stream thing. When you're watching the stream here on your device, tap the screen and a little button at the bottom says live. And when you press that, now mine's gone. Shit, there it is. When you press that, if you're not up to speed with the stream, that jumps you as close to the meat of the stream as possible, depending on latency that I've set up at the end of my stream. But so just press that button. Let me just put this back up here. That's my stream playing there, so I can seize it, so I can verify that everything's going fine. Hendrik, I did 2 streams last night. Both were fun. Yeah, you came back. See, so here's the thing. Yeah, as you said, watching DLive on the app is super terrible. And I know that from having it up there playing. And when I went and hosted that stream we hosted, the second I went offline, I couldn't see the stream. And every time I command and refreshed, it wouldn't come up. I just could not see that. I'd hosted and I couldn't even punch in Feel the Gives Love. The stream just would not appear for me. And I sat there for, I don't know, 5 minutes refreshing, and I just couldn't get the stream up. My internet was fine. The stream just would not show for me. That was on the browser in Firefox. And I was thinking about then going over to I went on DLive and I saw you were live, and I'm like, oh, I'll go and say good day to Hendrik. Hit your stream up for about a nanosecond, frozen. Completely frozen, just Commander, nothing. So I went and watched an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm and had a bowl of muesli instead. But Jordan, if you are here, I'm trying to catch up, but I'm like 1 minute behind. Okay, well maybe Jordan, if you've got internet, you're at home, right? You're at home in America. Maybe you're traveling somewhere, dude. I just farted. That's a DLive thing, but there it is on the YouTube. Jordan, okay, I'm caught up. I don't know, man. I'm just generally have to wait until I feel really excited about editing my videos before getting to them. That's fair enough. That's fair enough, Jordan. So you still do have travel vlogs from like Peru and Malaysia. You went back to Malaysia, and I'm genuinely intrigued about your van setup. Are you van lifing it? Are you living in a van? Hendrik, that's why I keep saying use a VPN. Dude, that was with a VPN. That was on well, first of all, that was Firefox. Then I went on the Chrome browser with a VPN. Nothing, dude. And it wasn't my internet. It wasn't because I was up there on the browser. You're in the Netherlands, Jordan. Okay. So that's all. Okay. So that's where I don't know to, man. Like, I knew that you were going, and I knew that you were going for this girl, this woman. So everything's fine. Dude. What do you got? You got like a living visa or something? Hell yeah, man! I love the Netherlands. Had a Dutch girlfriend who I still, I still like the Dutch people. Pertsky, how you doing, Pertsky? I didn't get a notification, but hi, hello, Pertsky. How you doing, man? Got Germany up there, and the Netherlands up there. I have about 25 to 30 videos to get to from the Southeast Asia trip. 5-year visa. Oh shit, yeah, man. So what about your van? Where's your van? Is your van back home? You didn't bring the van over, did you? Hey, by the way, man, and everybody else that is in the chat, well, Hendrik and Pertsky, you might have heard me talk about my time on DTube. Do you remember me talking about DTube? You remember me talking about somebody on DTube? Bingo, right here. This is Jordan Pike on DTube. He was really, I'm not too sure if you're still on DTube, Jordan, but so DTube was on the Steemit blockchain before I knew anything about cryptocurrencies. And Jordan was making daily content to get the upvote, and then he'd rake in the Steemit dollars, and then there was the option to cash that stuff out. I don't know if he ever did cash it out. I saw through. I want to say this tactfully. I saw through that site, and even if you could make a hell of a lot of money through the crypto, through their token, I just saw through the content. It just seemed so people were only making content to get that upvote, and you could pretty much make a video with. You could make a video of yourself taking a dump and put that up there, and someone will go, "Great video, really engaging content, loved it, like, upvote," and it's like you didn't even look at it. So I got jack of it. The irony of that is I'm on another site these days called cos.tv, which is extremely similar, but I do have now the knowledge of cryptocurrencies. So I've spent a lot of time learning about crypto, and I understand what cos.tv can do for me. And also, I'm only uploading existing YouTube videos, like my back catalog. So it's no real work for me to upload them and earn the cos token. But I just wonder if DTube is still a thing. In the chit chat, DTube sounds like lube. My van is parked on an acreage in the middle of nowhere in South Dakota. Dude, it's still all sitting there. It's like 600 US. So you still have, what's the token? What's the crypto token? It's called Steam, right? It was all about the upvote, yeah. But I really enjoyed making those videos. Yeah, see, you were doing daily little snippets on DTube, and I remember you were trying to encourage me. You were like, do your daily vlogs on DTube, man. You'll get the upvotes. And I tried for a little while, and I guess I was bamboozled by crypto, and I didn't really understand it, so I kind of left it. But I tell you what, man, after, and I don't think you've ever done it, but I came over to DLive. Well, I know it sounds very similar to DTube, something entirely separate, even though DLive originally was on the Steam blockchain as well. DLive, a live streaming platform, has been really, really, really good to me. Like, I'm not there now, I'm only streaming on YouTube, but DLive, wow, dude. I mean, I don't want to go through it all, but I got on that site right at the perfect time, and yeah, I've had a really, really interesting ride, community and financial, and streaming, like idea about streaming and how to present a live stream, what tech to use, and how I can, and it's. I feel like I haven't spoke to you in so long, Jordan, but. And this is a little selfish, just having just you and me, but you know, the chat doesn't mind. Hendrik and Pertsky don't mind. Yeah, I feel like I've learned the art of live streaming simply by going over onto DLive and making a crack of it. And I'm forever thankful to DLive for allowing me that, or giving me that, because yeah, I know I've got it on YouTube, but you can stream on YouTube like I do every week, and it's just a dead zone, right? There's no community. There's no front page love. There's no hype. There's nothing. Whereas DLive is like, oh yeah, cool, man. Here's the carousel love. And then people from the community come in. Tidy comes in. Charles Wayne popped in. Blah, blah, blah. You just don't get that on YouTube. I think DTube is dead. Is DTube over? Is it? I had a look. I went back and had a look for my channel and it's gone. Either I deleted it or they deleted it. But I don't recall me. I can't imagine I would have taken it all down. I've never taken anything down. The token changed recently. I still don't understand crypto at all. You're familiar with DLive? Oh, there you go. Did you make dollars? Yes, I really did. I really did make good money on DLive. Really good money. And a lot of that, or a great deal of that, was combination of good timing, luck. Luck is, when I say good timing, it wasn't like I planned it. It was just coincidental luck. But the other part of it was that I believed in the platform. So you talked about DTube, and you were mainly talking about getting the upvote. Whereas when I began on DLive, I didn't care for, there isn't an upvote or anything like that anyway, but I didn't care for that. I more cared for the idea that if I start something like building a community, I get financially rewarded and the community gets financially rewarded. That was the big difference between anything else I'd heard of. Now, fair point, DLive isn't like that anymore. That's why I refer to it as the golden era. That was the golden era on DLive. You started, and this is what PewDiePie said. He said, you begin streaming and you earn the cryptocurrency at the time was called Lino. You earn Lino for streaming, and your community earns Lino for watching. It's like, what? How does that work? They earn, I don't even know what a Lino was or a cryptocurrency, but they earn it just by watching, and I earn it just by streaming. Holy shit. Get me on. I was on that bed on my laptop and I ran to my desktop and I signed up with Gives a Minute. I thought someone would have already taken it. I was like, someone's got it. Someone must have taken Gives a Minute. I got on there and I was like, all right, let's go live. I got to start this community. Let's start. And I streamed for nobody for like days with nothing. And I didn't even know what my content would have been. It was just dribble, just me I was just talking to the camera. Hey, I'm live streaming. I don't know who's there, if anyone's there at all. And the beautiful thing is, DLive was so small at the time, but they had PewDiePie on there. And so he brought a lot of people over, a lot of kids, maybe for the worse as well, a lot of trolls. But my community grew. Really, it grew relatively quickly. I jumped up the levels, and there's been many changes on DLive, but I've sustained good community. I've sustained good interaction, even though right now it's kind of probably the lowest it's been. But that's another story of why that is. But yeah, got very lucky with the cryptocurrency and just the way that market happened to all fall into place at the right time. Ironically, a bunch of it is relating to the guy we're going to talk about just now, Elon Musk. He bought 1.5 million in Bitcoin, and that jumped the entire market up because everything's based off Bitcoin. And so the cryptocurrency that Lino became, if you like, BTT, BitTorrent token, also jumped up, coincidentally, right at the time when Perd Beer in the chat said, man, you should get out of there because of A, B, and C, what was happening, and blah, 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 blah. I got out and I unstaked, and it went bang right at the time. And yeah, I bought some Bitcoin. So I'm really stoked, and really enjoying the cryptocurrency, really enjoying the ride. It's really nice to see you, Jordan. I'm sorry for everybody else that we've just had a little catch up there, but let's get into the content here. So let's go over to YouTube and let's find, here's my channel here, here's my live stream. Let's just go through that way. Pause that there. We'll go down to my channel here. I'm really happy that for you, man. You totally deserve it. Thanks, Jordan. Thank you, man. Hendrik Rock and Roll. I got that gives a minute background sound at 110%. Hang on, I have a knock at the door. Background sounded. What do you mean? What do you mean 110%? Is my background audio too loud? Is that what Hendrik's saying? Is it too loud for you guys? That little tune in the background? I can't really hear it that loud. It was the right decision to get out, whatever happened. Yeah, Perd. Well, I mean, I'm still in. I've still got 1 million BTT staked, and I'm going to add to it each week. I am adding to it, just with my returns, but no, the audio is good. Yeah, I don't understand Hendrik's comment, but thanks. Oh no, Hendrik's saying he's got it tabbed in the background because he's got to go to the door. Yeah, okay. And Jordan said it's fine. Okay, cool. So, folks, this is my channel here, but this is the video here. Where is the video? The video to Elon Musk. Let's have a little look at this. This is the video that I made. Well, good day, Elon. My name's Benon. I'm a creator from Australia with a channel called Gives a Minute. So the thing here with this I want to highlight is that this is the video I'm going to tweet to Elon to watch. So the video in its entirety runs for 4.5 minutes, but the bulk of it is in the first 2 minutes, just in case he bumps out. Should I transfer that DTube crypto to Bitcoin? I mean, you're never going to lose with Bitcoin. I personally, if you have $600 tied up in whatever the Steam coin is, I would definitely be getting that out of there and putting it in. Personally, I'd put it on Bitcoin for sure. And I'd be doing it pretty soon too, because there's rumors that next week, after something happens, I don't even know how this all happens, but they're saying 70,000. I mean, I bought in at 49,000, I think. And they're saying 70,000, and that's only been 5 weeks since I bought. So, yeah. And I specialize in live streaming content, IRL in particular. Your Starlink internet had got me very excited to the point where I did sign up to the beta, the testing for here in Australia, and then you announced that there may be a possibility to put this onto RVs. Now that got me very excited because the way it works for me right now, I use a LiveView Solo with 2 separate 4G antennas, 4G modems plugged into this device. Now 4G in Australia is a little bit patchy. I got Telstra here on the the Nighthawk M2, and I got Optus on the AC800. But when you go between towers, you do lose signal. So I have two questions for you in regards to Starlink and the RV application. I want to run a little video here that I've got sorted. This is my streams. So I want to show you what this looks like.
Oh, okay, cool. Huh. Well, that's definitely going to happen up here. We're going on 100 zones. There's a whole bunch of roadworks up front, and then after the roadworks, there'll be...
So what you've got there is me sitting in the vehicle before we're driving. Now, the signal's obviously fine because we're not moving. We're within the range of both of these two cell towers, so everything's fine. But once we start moving is where we get a little funky.
Definitely places where it drops out. There was... Hey, Jayski, how you doing, man?
So right there in this video, we're 1:37 in, and I feel like this is snappy enough to at least have Elon looking at this going, oh, this gentleman's live streaming from a vehicle? Okay, but he's parked, so that's why the signal's fine. So everything looks good there. But then I made a point of doing this early in the video. It does bump into the drive, and this is where Elon, I'm hoping, gets interested at this point. At the moment, he might be inquiring. He might be like, oh, this guy's okay. I've never seen anybody do well. We've seen kids live streaming in vehicles, but just this setup at this stage looks sort of interesting.
There was great psychedelia at times, only a little bit. The odd pixelation, but not bad overall. Thank you, Doug. Thank you.
We call it psychedelia.
Thank you so much for letting me know. I'm going to turn this off, and we're going to continue the drive along.
Okay, so here we are driving, cruising along, picture-in-picture style. And as you see, we get a little pixelization there, just a little at the start. See, Elon will see this, and if I saw this for the first time and I saw a dude driving in picture-in-picture with a GoPro on top of the car, on top of the van, I'd be like, wow, this guy's, okay, this is cool. This has got my interest. But then, wait for it, getting worse. There you go. Now we're losing 4G. And we start to see psychedelica. Psychedelica. So this is a problem with 4G, obviously. Not bad with the live view solo, though. I mean, this is still pretty amazing to be able to do this. But as you can see, it is... I mean, it gets really bad, and then sometimes the stream actually goes offline. Right there is probably the worst case scenario you're going to see at that particular spot. So that's where I'm about to announce that I think what the product Elon Musk has should help mitigate this or completely rectify it. And that's why I made the video, to super clearly show it to him and to ask him something. So I guess I have two questions for you, Elon. Yeah, that's now it's coming back within range of the tower, and obviously we get a bit cleaner a signal there. So the two questions I have for you. The first question is, can I get out of the beta for Starlink roof-based, like land-based? Well, not get out of it, but can I just jump into a beta for the RV application? The land-based, I was actually going to wangle it myself and try to put the land-based one on my van and see how that worked. But if you've already got the new one coming, even if it's a lot later in the year, 2021 or 2022, whatever, can we just bump me into that version, if that's possible? Second question is, am I understanding the technology correct? Will your Starlink on the RVs, the setup that you've talked about for the Navy and for ships and for RVs, will that actually work to resolve those issues? Now, it's right about there. It's 3 minutes 30, which is a fair amount of time to request of someone, and someone like Elon who's, you know, highly sought after, right? So I've just demanded, or I've required 3.5 minutes of his time, and that's the bulk of the content. And I understand if he bumps out there and says, "Oh, I can sort that shit for sure. Send this dickhead a DM," right? I get that, but the next minute, I guess, is me doing two things. I smoke him a little. I give him praise because, I mean, he's revolutionizing the internet and he deserves the praise. And I also push my agenda slightly, just to sort of if by odd chance he is still watching, then what I'm about to say should sort of seal the deal, if you like. Oh, I want to live stream the whole Australia to people and live in a van, right? That doesn't need to be said at the start. That can be said later. That's why I've done this in the time frame I have. If so, can we talk about bumping me into that program? Because I really want to dedicate my content to showcasing Australia to the world live. And I don't think 4G on its own is the way to go. I think adding a third input into the Live View Solo, which would be Starlink, would definitely be a way to ensure redundancy in those areas. What do you think, Elon? Congratulations on the Starlink program as well, by the way. Very, very intriguing, especially here in Australia where our internet, even like land-based internet, is garbage. You're going to resolve a lot of issues for a lot of people. I hope you can resolve mine, and I hope I can live stream this entire country to every single person on the planet via Starlink. Cheers, mate. So that's the scope of the video, and I genuinely think if I can get it to him, if I can get that to Elon, he will do two things. I think he will be interested in what I'm doing. He'd also just say, oh yeah, there's no dramas about getting out of the beta for the, because I've paid for the first month, and then I think later on this year they'll ship out the big dish and you pay the $800 to then be on the program. Now that I know that this is coming, I don't want to be on that program because that is a fixed based install, whereas the ESIM stands for Earth Station in Motion. That's what that stands for, ESIM, Earth Station in Motion. That will be installed on Stevan. And I was thinking about this. There's no reason why when I'm parked at home, I can't just run the cable from Stevan in and essentially have land-based Starlink, which would be on the roof otherwise. But then when I'm out driving, it's working there as well. So I need to get out of the beta. I think Elon will be cool. I think he'll just be, it's not even the thing, right? It's probably it's definitely a different department. But the idea of will his tech work in this install? Because what we should do is we should read the press or the Ars Technica article and just clarify it. Then we'll have a look at the tweet that I'm about to send, and we'll make certain we've got the right words down. Before we do that, though, I want to just read the chit chat. Elon is getting involved again, but he's also being investigated by the FCC. Right. Jordan, you kill it on your stream sets, B. Thanks, man. Thank you, dude. I've tried really hard to present the best I possibly can and to make the thing look good. This is the second kind of iteration of my stream layout in OBS for YouTube anyway, and I'm trying to do it like
Steak?
Money's too tight for steak.
Who did that? Shyla Rose with a super chat.
Money's too tight for steak.
Steak?
Alan, these are the old super chats. Sorry,
Steak?
Money's too tight for steak.
Ignore
Steak?
these super chats for some reason. I don't know why. These are coming
Steak?
through. These are
Money's
all.
too tight for steak.
These are
Steak?
existing super chats. I don't know why they're coming through now. They've been coming through for the last
Steak?
2 or 3
Money's
days.
too tight for steak.
Very
Steak?
strange. Steak? Money's too tight for steak. That's a lot of steak.
Steak?
Money's too tight for steak.
G'day, Gibbs.
Steak?
G'day, Rob. How you doing, man? By the way, if any of those are real, I beg your
Steak?
apologies.
Money's too tight for steak.
Steak?
Money's too tight for steak. That's the last one, I think.
Steak?
Money's too tight for steak.
Steak?
Jordan, Australia's internet blew me away when I experienced it in a bad way. Yeah, dude, it's terrible here, man. I don't touch it, right? I'm using 4G, and that's patchy in times as well. Perdsky says, I would scour LinkedIn for Starlink employees based in Australia. They must have a small office already. Try and get some FaceTime. I actually don't have a LinkedIn account. I don't use LinkedIn. Have you been watching the Starship test launches? Yes, Jordan, we have actually. We've been watching them on my D-Live streams. Dishy McDishface. Imagine the warm feeling you will have knowing you've circumvented Australian telcos. Yeah. Even when Sharla is sleeping, she sends super chats. Only Sharla has the dough for steak. So let's take a look at the that's the end of that video. Let's take a look. Oh, did I not bring it up? Where's the Ars Technica article? Shit. Are we in the wrong browser? Hang on a second. We're in the wrong browser here. Hang on. We've got this Oh, here it is. The Ars Technica article. Let me read this out to you, Yahoos. So this is why we made the video, and this is what we're going to tweet about to Mr. Musk. Let's make this larger. SpaceX plans Starlink broadband for trucks, ships, and planes. Dishes will be modified for vehicles, vessels, and aircraft, SpaceX tells the FCC. So there's the update there. We'll read the update at the end. Here's the original story. SpaceX on Friday asked the Federal Communication Commission for permission to deploy Starlink satellite broadband to moving vehicles. This is literally what you and I, and the stream knows. This is exactly what I've been trying to do for so long. The application described SpaceX's plans for Earth Stations in Motion, ESIMs, for automobiles, ships, and aircraft. SpaceX said it is seeking authority to deploy and operate these Earth stations throughout the US and its territories. So again, not coming to Australia yet. So this is a US thing up front, and then maybe we'll get this in Australia 2022, right? We're already 2021. In the terrestrial waters off the United States and throughout international waters worldwide. That's pleasing to see. And on US registered aircraft operating worldwide and non-US registered aircraft operating in US airspace. So it's very US centric at the moment, which is fine. Granting this application would serve the public interest by authorizing a new class of ground-based components for SpaceX satellite system that will expand the range of broadband capabilities available to moving vehicles throughout the states and to moving vessels and aircraft worldwide. Imagine being in an aircraft and having very good internet. Not just internet, but good internet. SpaceX told the FCC, internet users are no longer willing to forego connectivity while on the move, whether driving a truck across the country, JAI trucking style. It's a streamer on DLive who streams all of his drives. Moving a freighter from the Europe to the US port, all while on a domestic international flight, SpaceX said. Very, very cool. Perdsky, I have a feeling these are going to be very expensive and aimed at enterprise. Even if that's the case, Perd, that's kind of why I want to pike up, Jordan, I want to pike up the interest of Elon Musk so that he can see that there is a reason to get this into the hands of streamers, YouTubers, right? Because like I said on the DLive, this is going to change 100%. It's going to change the van life content. You see all of the van lifers on YouTube. All of them do nicely edited videos. The best part of van life, you know, big LUTs and beautiful color grading and all that crap. Whereas live streaming, it's warts and all. You can't avoid anything. I think van life, driving streams, that's the future. This is the future of live content. IRL, I've always said IRL is the future. IRL from a vehicle where you can go and show, like we went to the blowhole and parked up in front of the freaking, imagine parking up in front of like a field of 100 kangaroos and there's bouncing kangaroos and a sun setting, and this is all going live. Yeah, incredible. I think, and Elon will see that. He's already seen it. He's already seen it. I also suspect it might be too large to put on a van, but he actually mentions RVs. The application said that vehicle-mounted terminals will be similar to the Starlink satellite dishes designed for home internet, with some key differences. This is answering your question right there, Perdbeer. SpaceX services ESIMs, Earth Satellite in Motion, that's what that stands for, are electrically identical to its previously authorized consumer user terminals, which is the one that I'm already in the beta for. Hasn't arrived here, they reckon they're midway through this year. But has mountings that allow them to be installed on vehicles, vessels, and aircraft, which are suitable for those environments. SpaceX services ESIMs will communicate only with those SpaceX satellites that are visible on the horizon above a minimum elevation of 25 degrees. The proposed phased array terminal will track SpaceX NGSO orbit satellite, non-geostationary orbit satellites passing within its field of view. So that's different to the landlocked ones. The landlocked ones are focused on a single, and it even tells you in the beta package, it says you got to point this at the satellite and it's going to be locked onto a certain satellite array. Whereas this says it's going to track whatever comes into its field. That's the code. That's how you can do the moving thing, right? That's the core difference. As the terminal steers the transmitting beam, it automatically changes the power to maintain a constant level at the receiving antenna, compensating for variations in antenna gain and path loss associated with the steering angle. The ESIM terminals could be deployed on passenger cars or pleasure boats. Bam, Pertsky. How does that answer your question? You think that they're too large? Quantity is less than price. Cannot wait for Starlink. Me either, Jordan. Me either. You guys have already got it over there, though. Oh, no, you're in the Netherlands. My bad. It's what I said. Dishy McDishface will be the same. Yeah, it says it literally right there. ESIM terminals could be deployed on passenger cars or pleasure boats. This is what SpaceX said in a radiation hazard analysis submitted with its application. Although Musk's tweet, noted in the update at the top of this article, which we'll scroll back up in a second, seems to contradict that. ESIM terminals may also be deployed on the masts of ships or the top of semi-trucks that are not generally accessible to the public. The devices are compliant and will not result in exposure levels exceeding the applicable radiation hazard limits. SpaceX application noted that it already had FCC permission to deploy up to 1 million terminals in the US. The license that they've requested allowing terminals on moving vehicles apparently would not increase that total number of terminals, but SpaceX has separately asked the FCC for permission to increase its allowed number of terminals from 1 to 5 million. So there's an increase there because it looks like they believe this is going to be successful to the tune of at least 5 million installs. All I want to be is one of those. While Starlink home internet services can be set up by users themselves, that may not be the case with Starlink for moving vehicles. SpaceX said that it will ensure installation of ESIM terminals on vehicles and vessels by qualified installers, could be pricey, who have an understanding of what the antenna radiation environment and the measures best suited to maximize protection of the general public and persons operating the vehicle and equipment. So you need to be installer, which, by the way, my sister's partner definitely would be qualified for this. The ESIMs will transmit in the 14 to 14.5 gigahertz band and receive in 10.7 to 12.7, and they will comply with the spectrum sharing rules to avoid interference with other spectrum users. There's already been a complaint about that on something else, but before Musk threw cold water on the idea, a Teslarati article speculated that Starlink terminals would be a natural fit for Tesla cars. Tesla's electric cars are connected to the internet for features like video and streaming and over-the-air updates, the company even offering a premium connectivity service as an option, the Teslarati article said. With Starlink's capability to connect to the internet in a moving vehicle, Tesla would no longer have to rely on existing mobile internet providers for its cars. Musk tweeted in October 2020 that Starlink could be deployed on a fast-moving vehicle. Everything is slow to a phased array antenna, he wrote at the time. Now, if we go back up and read the update from Elon's tweet, although a SpaceX filing said the Starlink terminals could be deployed on passenger cars, right, we read that, SpaceX CEO Elon Musk indicated on Twitter today that passenger cars are not in the plan. Not connecting Tesla cars to Starlink as our terminal is much too big. This is for aircraft, ships, large trucks, and RVs. RVs, folks. I don't have a car. Now, arguably, I've got a van, which is a small RV, but it's not a car. So at that particular point, I feel like I feel like this is going to be okay. What it doesn't look like it's for is your little SUVs and your little hatches and your little sedans and shit. But van life, RVs, recreational vehicles, bingo bango, covers it. Bring it on, I say. So that brings me to the tweet, which I haven't made yet, but I would like to. Let me ask you if this is the correct verbiage for this tweet. Birdbeer. Smaller passenger vehicles may have to wait. Not connecting Tesla cars to Starlink as our terminal is much too big. Yeah, we literally just read that. We literally just read that. Did you drop out of the room or something? We just read that. Mindy, hello, Mindy. How you doing? How was your evening? How was your dinner? So this is the tweet. I haven't done it yet, but we're about to. He specifically says large trucks and RVs. Yeah, did you... Did you walk out or something? We just hit that. I just finished that point. He specifically says, this is for aircraft, ships, large trucks, and RVs. So I have an RV. Not quite an RV. It's a van. It's a recreational vehicle. It's a van. I'm lagged. Yeah, no worries, Putsky. No worries. So this is the tweet here. So I'm going to read this out and let me know if you think this is good because I'm about ready to tweet this, which we'll do here on the stream too. It says, hey, Elon, will the ESIM Starlink version solve my unique Aussie RV live streaming issues as seen here? Link to the video and also at tagging Marcus. Somebody. Hendrik will have to remind me who that is. Let's go to Twitter. I've got to sign in, don't I? Hold on a second. Let me open up the Brave browser. By the way, folks, if you're not using the Brave browser and you want to earn crypto just for browsing the internet, I've earned, in the last day or two, I've earned 1.6 basic attention tokens, which is $1.20 US cents. And you might say, that's nothing, dude. Why are you getting excited for that? Well, all I'm doing is browsing the internet on a browser. You're going to have to use a browser anyway. You might as well use one that gives you basic attention token. You can then convert that to US dollars and you can buy Bitcoin, even a fraction of it. You might as well use it. Sitting right there. Go ahead. Let's go to Twitter. This is my Twitter. So if we go and find Elon Musk. Actually, Marcus House. Let's go and grab Marcus House first. Marcus House. House of Marcus, this guy, Marcus Leather, Marcus House, this guy here. I guess it's this one. I don't know who this is. That's not it. 0 followers. Marcus House. I don't know who this guy is, so. Top tweets. DJ Marcus into house. Marcus House. The near future of space exploration is incredible. This has got to be him. My YouTube channel is dedicated to these topics. This is the guy, right? Oh, yeah, we've watched him. We've watched him on... Yeah, this is him. Hendrik, I know this guy. I'm going to follow him. So, let me go to Elon's Twitter. Elon Musk, which I already am following. So he was active 3 hours ago, which stands good. That's good. It's good time to be active. By the way, here comes an ad on, this is an ad on Brave. And then you can just go, I don't want to know about NFTs and superpower from the Ether card. Close it. Then you've earned BAT. Done. I just earned some BAT right there. So let's grab my tweet here. Let's tweet at Elon. And I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to copy from, I'm going to put the words, I'll go in front here and go, hey, Elon Musk, grab the bulk of the tweet here. Will the ESMI Starlink version, should I @tag Starlink in that, or is that, I probably should, shouldn't I? Yeah. Starlink. Oh, which one is it? I hate it when it does this. Starlink, SpaceX Starlink. Which one is it? Let's open up a new browser. Which one is it? Starlink. Let's do a search for Starlink. Which one's the official one? Starlink page. I think the Starlink page is the official one. Yeah, 123,000 followers, so it's this one here. Will the ESMI Starlink page version, take out the space, solve my unique Aussie RV live streaming issues as seen here? And this is where I will post the YouTube link, Hipu. Go to Gives a Minute. And let's grab, where is the actual, shit, I can't even see my own site here. Uploads to Elon, where is it? Here, right here, man. What are you, blind? Let's grab that. Copy that and paste that with a space right there. Now, before we go ahead and tweet this out, before I do this, are we comfortable that this is the most compelling tweet I could make to get his attention? Given that we've read the article, given that we've watched the video that I made, first 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes is where you get the bulk of the content. It goes for 4 minutes in total, 4.5 in totes, including the outro. I want to grab his attention at the start. I'm getting a phone call. Nice one. Oh, I didn't tweet at Marcus House. Okay, let me get back out there. Sorry about that. I'm just getting distracted here. I got a phone call coming through. At Marcus House. Marcus House. Ah, shit. Marcus House game. Is that what it is? Why didn't that come up? It's uppercase. At Mark Ensby. Do I follow Mark Ensby still? I do, apparently. Mark Ensby. Wow. Marcus House game. Why doesn't it come up? Let me open up a new Twitter page and find his handle again. Marcus House. I just followed the guy. Why is this not... I literally just followed him. How come it doesn't come up? It's Marcus... Oh, you guys, you're spelling it. I'm spelling it wrong. It's Marcus House. It's not with a K. It's Marcus. Marcus House. There it is. Okay, so that's the tweet. I like the tweet, Mindy says. Perd Beer. Hey, Mindy. Do it, Perdsky. Hey, Perd. Jordan, I remember seeing Benon's first videos before we were friends through other vloggers' comment section. Crazy how the time has flown. Oh, wow. Yeah. It's a comma, not a K. It's not a comma, it's a C. I got you. I got it there eventually. There must be a lot of latency here on this stream. So just as a finale, let's hit it. I'm confident. I'm confident that's what we need. And I wonder, I guess I wonder what happens if he doesn't respond. Then I go to Starlink team, I guess. Try to find the Aussie team and say, oh, can I, or send an email or something. But either way, here we go, folks. Let's hit it. I'm going to hit it. I'm going to send it. I'm going to send it, folks. Hit tweet. Spelling's correct. Elon, Willie, ESM. Do it. All right, let's do it, man. Solve my unique Aussie RV live streaming issues as seen here. Let's hit it. Let's hit it. Here we go, folks. I'm tweeting it. It is tweeted. It's tweeted. Now, if I go back to my home, there's the tweet 6 seconds ago. There you go. Bam. Nice that that comes up there too. Here's 2 questions I have to Elon Musk regarding Starlink and the Earth stations in motion. Cool, cool, cool. All right, folks, we've done it. We've done it. Thank you for your help with this. Really, thank you for your help. To get this to this point, yeah, I appreciate you all helping me write the tweet. I appreciate you all guiding me this morning on the D-Live stream, now on the YouTube stream. Shit, yeah. Pretty stoked. Do it. Perdsky is smiling. Jordan, that's funny. Yeah. Hit the Twitcher. Those videos. Do you remember a channel called Dan and Prills? I used to love watching their content. Man, the internet has changed so much. Jordan, I don't know about you, man, but my approach to YouTube has changed really hardcore. In the last, pretty much since I came on D-Live, my concept, I guess, the concept of what YouTube is and what YouTube can give me has changed so much because of other places. Because of D-Live, I've got a completely different viewpoint of how this social network stuff can work and what it means to the validity. I'm waffling here. The validity of YouTube. Why is YouTube so important? I don't think it is so important anymore. I feel like there's other places where you can achieve more sustainable, more substantial, and more financial growth than on YouTube. So it seems like with YouTube, you have to be willing to do what they say to you in order to achieve any kind of success. So for instance, how are you ever going to get on the trending tab? The only way you're going to get on the trending tab is if you make a trending video. What's a trending video? Look at whatever the top creators are doing. Then you've got to go basically and copy what they're doing to get a chance to be trended. For instance, the other thing on that, the other side of that coin is they also have their favorites, right? They've got their own select crew that automatically get trended. Like why would Logan Paul and Jake Paul ever need to be on trending? Why would PewDiePie need to be on trending ever? With that many subscribers, they're the ones that don't need to be trended. Anybody below that could get assisted by being trended would certainly benefit and be more deserving of being trended. Now, you know for a fact that they automatically trend people such as Logan Paul's, Jake Paul's, all the big names. I've already got 2 notifications on Twitter. Please tell me that's not from Elon already. That means he hasn't watched it. So for example, YouTube literally put on the trending page Mr. Logan Paul's suicide video, right? He went into that suicide forest and he vlogged the whole thing, uploaded it to YouTube. They put him on the trending tab without even looking at the content. So that tells you right there, like they don't even look, they just promote their own. And why would they do that? Because they earn the most revenue off it. So what I'm saying is I'm getting further and further and further away from caring about trying to run the YouTube game, simply because there are other places, for me, DLive, there are other places to achieve greater success, greater financial success, greater community success, and greater learning through doing than on YouTube. Hendrik, to me, YouTube is just a video storage site. I believe it, man. You probably disturbed his Friday afternoon bonk sesh. It's more like that for me too. Like back in the day, I would never put up that. I put up a video. Claudia filmed it where she was filming a butterfly and Baxter smacked a stick and it hit the butterfly and she said, "You killed my happiness." That would never go on my YouTube channel. But to be honest, it's up there now. I genuinely don't care that that's not branded. That's not my brand. That's just a short, funny upload. And man, if that went viral, then I'd cash in on the ad revenue, right? I don't care that it's not Gives a Minute brand. Just like I put up outtakes and shorts and stuff. I used to be so focused on like making sure the channel was the channel and do all the correct thumbnails and make everything look perfectly aligned and all that stuff. I just don't care anymore. I've done 5 years of it, and there's no explanation for my virality, that one snorkel video. No one's ever explained that. No one's ever said, this is the reason that video has got 2.3 million views. And you know why? Because if they said why, if they explained why that video has got 2.3 million views, my question would be, then why don't the other 15 snorkel mask videos have the same? Well, we chose to promote that one. Why? Don't know. How many views did that video get? That butterfly one? Let's have a look. Let's go to YouTube machine. I know we're not there right now. Go to Gives a Minute YouTube. Let's have a little look-ski. Popular uploads. Oh, so not that one. Uploads. I guess we'll just go in here. You ruined my happiness. Where is it? I can't even see it there, man. Oh, here it is. 200. It's got 200 views. Do you want to see it?
Ready, Poops?
Oh, it's a butterfly. Baxter!
I literally got it.
You just killed a butterfly!
That's it. Hit it again.
Ready, Poops?
Oh, it's a butterfly. Baxter!
I literally got it.
You just killed a butterfly!
It's pretty funny. It's a pretty funny video, but completely off-brand for me. Totally off-brand, like nothing to do with my content at all. But why would I not put that up? Where's the hotspot for smaller creators at the moment? DLive the place to be. Jordan, you've got a yes, I would say DLive, but it's live streaming. Oh shit, there's a video playing in the background. It's live streaming. But Jordan, you've got a unique. Let me just go to Jordan's channel. I want to show you guys something. Dude, I'm not even subscribed to you. How about that? I must have unsubbed. Look how many videos I've watched of you. Oh, you've uploaded 3 days ago, dude. Ah, now I see. I see. Okay, so that's why. Okay, so you're back. You're back, man. Okay, I get you. You're back now. Look at these videos. So you get an interesting view count. So this video here 11 months ago, just under 1,000 views. Most of these videos are just under 1,000, except this one, 7,000, 5,000. For your subscriber count of 8,500 subscribers, you do pretty well on views. Like, I don't know how. Like, it's a mystery to me, right? I don't understand how it works, because theoretically, if there's 8,000 people, when you upload a video and you haven't, it's been almost a year, right, since you've uploaded. So technically, 8,000 people would get your notification, or at least see that there's a red dot or whatever of a new video. Oh wow, that's a video from Jordan Pike. Hell yeah! And then you would think that 8,000, or maybe even a more rational number, half of that, 4,000, would instantly hit the play button because they haven't seen you. You've kind of done the right thing by just having a huge gap. But then you look at this 3 days ago, it's only got 86 views. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm long and truly tired of trying to wonder and work it out, because there are other places where you can achieve, like I said, the successes. You can achieve a community success, you can achieve educational success by learning the craft better, and you can achieve financial success far, far, far greater than what you can on YouTube. There used to be a time when YouTube was it. It was the only place. That's all. Like YouTube. And that's what it was for me. But I'm 5 years into my 10-year career. I always said I'd do YouTube from 40 to 50. I'm 45 now. I'm 5 years down that journey. As we get nearer to 10 years, I genuinely don't know what I'm going to do after the 10 years. I just don't think it's 100% needed. I feel like there's so many other places to do what I've been doing on YouTube. I guess I've hit a kind of a strange wall where, because of my streaming on DLive, and I do daily on DLive, it's almost like not expected, but it's such a routine for me that I don't, like, if let's just say DLive shut shop randomly, then I'm not too sure if I'd go and do daily on YouTube. I'm going to try it again with DLive, daily IRL streams. I'm going to do daily walks on the beach. You got 2 more videos edited and ready to go up. So where is that one from? That's from Indonesia. When did you shoot that one, dude? When did this video get shot? Mount Batur. I bet that was shot 3 years ago, right? Classic. I love it, man. I'm sorry about the sub, dude. I don't even know how that happened. I mean, that's not surprising though. I do get unsubbed from channels, and I don't sub to many at all. You want to see my subscription list, folks? Jordan Pike, Amazon News. Actually, I can unsub. I'm going to unsub for that. Unsub from Amazon News. My subscription list looks like Jordan Pike, Charles Marlowe, Drama Alert, Elliot Sloan, a professional vert skater, Ghost Town Living, MacBreak Weekly, Philip DeFranco, Show 7 More, Pockmorn, Shreddability, my mate from skateboarding, Talking Sopranos. This is a great podcast that talks literally about every episode of The Sopranos. Tech is Hard, the Andy T channel, an old mate, and the Odd Mass, my cousin. That's all. They're the only channels I subscribe to on YouTube. Yeah, it's a strange one. YouTube for me is certainly a different sphere, and I'm approaching it way different now. And I gotta say I'm happier now. Like, having perceivably given up on running the YouTube game, I'm now more free to just do what I damn well please. And what I damn well please is uploading whenever I want on YouTube and doing the content that I like and not caring, and then going to DLive and really hammering it home on my chosen platform. But folks, thanks again for the help here. I guess we can wrap this up right now on the stream. Unless anybody's got any other comments they want to address, they want to add, we can probably wrap this stream up here. Tell you one thing I should do though, I should promote my freaking DLive. In the chit chat right there is my DLive channel. I've talked a lot about DLive. Surprise, surprise, my channel is called Gives a Minute. If you want to go over and support me on DLive, you're still creating, who cares if it's on YouTube? Yeah, that's bingo, right? And by the way, did that chat not come up? My chat didn't come up. That's a bit of a shame. Oh, you know why that is? Because we got a new machine, didn't we? Oh no, there it is. Go scout my DLive. There it is. It took a little while. Go and hit my DLive up. I do daily content there, daily live streams, and we're mixing it up a little. I still do a few live streams here on YouTube. I like the cocktail stream we did the other week. That was fun. We'll be doing another one of those with gin and then rosehip gin. Blah, 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 blah. You unsubbed from the hen house? Ah, dude, I've unsubbed nearly everything, right? I didn't even know you were uploading to YouTube, Hendrik. But yeah, that's what I've been watching on YouTube. But folks, thanks again for your help. Thanks for helping me with the tweet, with the content, with the video, and also for your guidance. Oh, well, hang on. There's two Twitter notifications. Should we check what they are? Let's go back over here. 2 Twitter notifications. The Joker. Why is the Joker answering me? You see this shit? The Joker. Here, this will help you better. I don't think Elon would respond to a random Twitter user. You are kind of reaching there. His company has customer support for a person like yourself. You are welcome. You see this? This is what... This guy... What a... Thanks, man. Thanks, Joker, for your great insight, man. And that's really kind of you to retweet or reply to my tweet. Now, I tell you what, if Elon does reply, I'm going to rub that in your face. Wow, what a strange thing. What a strange thing. And 3 others retweeted it? What? Why would he do that? I'm going to follow JAI Trucking and Starlink. Why did he do that? The guy's a mystery, hey, an absolute mystery. I mean, what do you? Anyway, folks, with that said, I'm gonna go surfing. I can't believe it. See you next time. I guess we'll see you on the next stream. Thanks for being here, folks. Ignore the Joker. Baffling. This will help you better. If I wanted your help, I would have asked you, man.